One of my goals while being here is to make a video to show other people how to do this, how to come. Obviously, not knowing how to travel to Ukraine and having never been here before, and now that they're at war, that makes you a little nervous as you start thinking about trying to book a ticket. But Lviv is incredibly safe. We've had a number of air raid sirens, but they're really, when Russia launches a plane capable of hitting here, they sound the alarm to let people know. But it's actually been incredibly safe. There's been no attacks while I've been here. And maybe more in this video, we'll cover how, to get here, the drive. My only regret is that I did not make more stops. I kind of got the car in London and then drove like crazy to get here. And I wish I would have spent a little bit more time maybe stopping in Dresden for longer, or even picking a different location and doing that. But it was amazingly easy, especially compared to how nervous I was before I left. So for me, the trip started when I kicked off a fundraiser with Ivan and the team at Car for Ukraine to raise money. We ended up getting enough money to basically buy 2 cars. And then again, I flew to London, met their contact there who provided me the car, and then drove it to Dover, where I boarded a ferry because I really wanted to take the ferry from Dover to Dunkirk. I'm a bit of a history nerd, so going to Dunkirk from Dover seemed like a really cool thing to do. It was pretty breathtaking. The White Cliffs are exactly like you'd imagine them, but really cool to see in real life. And then started the drive across Europe to get to Lviv. I did stop outside of Cologne, where I met my friend Marcus, who is also one of our major donors, and then drove to Dresden. I spent the night there. I wish I would have spent more time in Dresden. Again, I got up and kind of got on the road and headed to Lviv, but enjoyed some nice meals along the way. And again, just beautiful European Autobahn style roads. So one of the other things about traveling to do this, obviously, you find where you're going to pick up your car, drive it to Lviv, most likely London. That's where they have the Hilux trucks that they like, or at least it seems like that's the easiest place. But you could pick up a car anywhere in Europe and drive it here and spend time in Europe. And if you've been to Europe, obviously the roads are great, the food is great, the history is amazing if you're into that kind of thing. And so probably the scariest thing is crossing the border, because you have a bunch of documents that are all in Ukrainian. And even with Google Translate, right, they're government documents, so they don't even make the most sense. But the Car for Ukraine people set you up with everything you need. It took me about 2 hours to get across the border, and that's with, the wait and the line and everything else, and there were no issues whatsoever. So despite being nervous about it, that was actually not a big deal at all. I am in Ukraine. And then it's about a 40-minute drive from the border to Lviv, and then you're in a modern European Western city. Less English spoken here, but Google Translate is an amazing tool. So just thinking about kind of overall advice, if you're thinking about doing something like this with Car for Ukraine, or probably any other NGO, first, definitely do it. Second, if you do fly into England, you need a visa now from if you're in the United States, but it's really easy to get online. It took less than a couple hours to get. Traveling across Europe, plan a stop or two. Plan on what you want to see, make a couple of stops, visit something. I wish I would have taken a little more time, even just a few hours, to see something. So, it's important to get here. It's important to bring the car. But, you're dedicating your time. Make sure you enjoy that. I certainly had a good time. No regrets, but I wish I would have maybe seen something in Dresden. Getting into Ukraine is a little scary, but you have all the paperwork. It worked out just fine. Lviv is beautiful. The Car for Ukraine team is outstanding. And while you're here, you can be a tourist, you can shop, you can go out to eat. But there's also a number of places that you can volunteer. I just volunteered for a couple hours at a place making camouflage nets. There's a pet rescue place that you can walk stray dogs and rescue cats, etc. There's a kitchen where you can help make food for soldiers. And you get to just be in the city, be among the Ukrainian people, spend your money here, help them any way you can. I figure every penny I spend in this country helps in some small way. And you'll feel pretty good about yourself, honestly, doing this. I don't know if anything I've done has made any difference at all, but I feel like at least I've tried. And if we all try, maybe we can make a difference. J.R.R. Tolkien once said that while the eyes of the great are looking away, the small hands turn the wheels of the world. I'd like to think that maybe I just helped with one pair of small hands. And I hope you can too. Either financially or, plan a trip. You'll never regret it. Promise. So day 3 in Lviv, I'm out about walking around. It's a wonderful city, and makes me feel like I'm in Germany or Poland, although I've only been in Poland a little bit. Very safe. Lviv's obviously a long way from the front, but the people here are great. I speak zero Ukrainian, and everybody's been very helpful to me when I need it. And as you can see, the shops are open, and the food is great. And man, just one more reason to come.